Okay. But this morning, I want you to really get into this, because this message, God gave it through my daughter. She sent me a text last week of a little sign she saw in front of the church, and it's been with me ever since. So this morning the subject is going to be hanging with the in crowd. Hanging with the in crowd. You know, when we were out there in the world, I know when I was, and certain piano players around here, when we were at Alabama State, we did some things because the crowd did some things. And as my previous life and job, I was an officer of the court, and you find a lot of times that you find good kids, and they get with some other kids, and they would do some things once they got together that they normally wouldn't do. And we call it the crowd mentality. When you get in a crowd and somebody mentioned doing something, no matter how crazy it was, they would go out and do. Hey man, let's go steal all the hubcaps off all the Cadillacs we can find. All right, let's go. It's a crowd mentality. You don't think for yourself, you think with the crowd. Well, if you look around today, you'll find that church folks, I didn't say Christians, I thought they did too. Church folks have a crowd mentality. They follow the crowd. And if you want to notice this real keen, I've got nothing against preachers anywhere. But there are some television preachers and some big name preachers that people follow. If they get anywhere in the near 100 miles, they go. And they go and they brag out what a good time they had about the wood. That same wood that they preached to for 2 months last year that they didn't get. They go over there to Birmingham or they go to New Orleans, and just because somebody else said, Lord, it was such a good word. And when the pastor stood up there for 3 weeks straight trying to get them to hear it, it went right over their head. It's that crowd mentality. If somebody knew I came to church and thought, oh, that's good word. Oh, that's my pastor, we got that all the time. It's the crowd mentality.
What's up, preacher?
We want to be with the in crowd. We want to be with what's right now, what's good, what's going on, what everybody thinks is good right now. That's what the church folks want to be. We want to start this morning's scriptures with St. John, the 12th chapter. We're going to start at the 9th verse, and this you'll see is where Jesus enters into the city, and he enters in with celebration. If you didn't know, you would think a king was underneath. Let's start reading. Much people of the Jews, therefore, knew that he was there. They came out for Jesus' sake, not for Jesus' sake only, but that they might see Lazarus also, whom he had raised from the dead. But the chief priests consulted that they might put Lazarus also to death, because that by reason of him many of the Jews went away and believed on Jesus. And on the next day, much people that were come to the feast, when they heard that Jesus was coming to Jerusalem, took branches of palm trees and went forth to meet him and cried, Hosanna! Blessed is the King of Israel that cometh in the name of the Lord. Now, the crowd had heard about Jesus. The crowd had heard about his, I would think to them, his greatest miracle, the raising of Lazarus. See, Jesus had performed other miracles, but when he raised somebody, you know, the custom back then was when you died, you laid in wait for 3 days. And that 4th day, they would sure you was dead, so they went ahead and buried Jesus. But for 3 days, well, they ain't got medicine like they do now. They figured you may be in a coma or something, and people waited around you to make sure you didn't jump up and then lay back down. Because you may be in a coma or something and jump up and, oh, he ain't dead. We just need to keep him out for a while. He all right. But they waited for Lazarus for 3 days. And Jesus was on his way, but he took his time about coming. But after he got there, the 4th day, he raised Lazarus from the dead. And the chief Jews did not like that, because that took away from them. Just like in the local connotation, the county commission, they are the head of this county. Well, if First Baptist pastor down there started issuing edicts and started doing some stuff that the county commission didn't like, and it was all working, well, we need to do something about that. People ain't coming before the county commission asking about things anymore. They going down to the First Baptist. So we need to do something about that. Well, the church decided, the chief priest decided they need to do something about Jesus. And not only Jesus, but that Lazarus that he got up. We can't do nothing about that. As long as they see Lazarus, they're going to be reminded that he raised him. So let's get rid of both of them. So the people around heard about Jesus coming in, and they decided, the crowd decided, we need to see Jesus. We need to see him. I don't know what they said he did. We don't know. All of us wasn't down there. But we need to go by and we need to see. Because maybe something special about it. You know, there's something special about him. I want something there too. So we'll go by and we just going to see. See, everybody that come to church, everybody that come to see Jesus, didn't come because they thought he was Jesus. They thought he was the Christ. Some people came just to see. Some people come to church just to see. Some people are just church members. They follow the crowd. Well, if you're going, I'm going too. We can get a couple of drinks on the way down there. We can go back and see Big Bro on the way back. Let's go, child. We gonna make a day out of it. But as they were going, people started breaking palm leaves, fronds, and lay them down before him. And Jesus coming on the ass, just like a king. They lay him out before him. Here he comes. Not in a Cadillac. Not on a big steed, a horse, a big carriage. Jesus came on a lowly ass. But as he was coming through, they were yelling. They were praising God as he came through. King of Israel. King of the Lord's Son. They praised God. Yet, let's move on over. The Matthew, the 27th chapter, starting at the 22nd verse. Now, Jesus had been captured at this point, taken into custody by the Romans. Yet, well, let me read it. Starting at 22nd verse. Pilate said unto them, what shall I do with Jesus, which is called Christ? They said unto him, let him be crucified. And the governor said, why? What evil has he done? But they cried out the more, saying, let him be crucified. Then Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made. He took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. Then answered the people. Now, listen. Then answered the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. His blood be on us and on our children. Come on. I just need you to stop right here. And imagine what they just said. The crowd mentality. Now see, the chief priest had stirred up the crowd. They called for Barabbas. They wanted to release one. Mayor wanted to release one prisoner. And he was going for wanting to release Jesus. Because his wife said, you need to leave that man alone. Don't you do nothing to that man. I've been up all night dealing with him in a dream. You need to let him go. So he wanted to let Jesus go. And when he called for one to be released, what say you? Barabbas. then what am I to do with Jesus, who is called the Christ? Crucify him.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on, crucify him.
That's right.
The chief priests had their little stirrers up in the crowd. Crucify him.
Yeah.
But wait now. Well, this man has done no evil. Now he knows Jesus is there just because they were jealous of Jesus. But as the crowd got worked up, what am I to do? Let's be away from it. Watch this hand. It ain't on me. B.S. Then all the people laughed and said, his blood be on us and not yours. Imagine what you know about Jesus. Imagine saying, imagine being responsible for his crucifixion. Imagine being responsible, not only you, but Danny, me and Danny. I'll be responsible. Danny will too. That's my daughter. My seed. Not only will I be responsible, let his blood be on me, but also mine. Not only curse myself, but my children. Imagine now, the crowd. The crowd was worked up. Now, a lot of these people, well, I have to imagine, I have to think to myself that some of these people had to think, after this was all over and done, what have I done? What have I done? How did I get here? I've known several young men going grade in school, going A's, B's, or even C's. No problems in school. But they got to somebody else on a Friday night and went out and broke into cars and they didn't need something they had no business doing. Just on the spur of the moment, because of the crowd, the in crowd. I want to be, we have a tendency to want to gravitate to somebody else, to be a part of something. And because Christ can't be touched, he can't be seen by the world out there, we want to be a part of something that they can see, that they can touch. I want to be a part of a big church. Yeah. I want to be a part of a big whatever. I want to have a big house. I want to be in this large community over here where the houses are big. I want to stay on the lake. I want to drive a big car. I want to be a part of that. I want to be in a Harley motorcycle club. Because they got a name for themselves. Well, when you're following the in crowd usually leads you to be in trouble, in depression, in despair. But there's another in crowd. When you follow Jesus, there's a crowd there too. Now that crowd, you be in prayer, you be in hope, you be in love, you be in salvation, and eventually you'll be in glory. See, we have to worry about who we're hanging with and who is watching us hang, because if you go out there, you think that it's just you, but people are watching you, your children are watching you, and everything you do leads to something else. The world says every action leads to an opposite and equal reaction. So if you put a stone in the water's going to raise just about the amount of the weight of that stone you put in the water. There's an opposite and equal reaction. When you praise God, heavens open up just about the opposite of what you praise. So if you send praise up, then heaven opens and let blessings come down. The in crowd. See, I want to be a part of the in crowd that's in Jesus. The in crowd that's in Jesus. See, there's an in crowd that's into hell, into damnation, into getting you into hell and damnation. But there's a people who believe that Jesus Christ is Lord all by himself. There are people who don't care one thing about you as long as they can deter you from what God got for you.
That's right.
Because you have a blessing on your life to do everything they can to turn you away.
Come on,
you don't need to go to church today. Because me and you, we got the old, there's a fishing hole over there. We can slip into it now. We can do. You ain't got to go today. You can go next week. And next week there'll be something else they want you to do. You know, you need to get that car, but you know, every Sunday you need to wash that car. As I was coming down today, I saw a gentleman I had a lot of respect for out there washing that car. I've never seen him going to church. I always thought he was a church goer, because I usually don't see him on Sunday. But this morning I saw him out there washing that truck, and it just came to me. You know, of all the days you can wash that, of all the excuses you can come up with for not going, washing something that God gave you ain't one to. If God gave you something, He didn't give you that so you could make an excuse not to go to church. If God gave you a job, He didn't give you that job so you had to have an excuse. Not everybody got to have employment, and sometimes it falls on Sunday and you got to go. But sometimes, you know, I just got off Friday and I'm just tired. I need this whole weekend to recuperate. I ain't got to go on Sunday. What we need to do is remember what Jesus Christ did for us. When He hung on that cross, He did that for me. When I have to drive them 100 miles down Tuscaloosa 2 or 3 times a day, I'm doing that because Jesus died for me. And I owe Him everything that I can give Him. There is no ifs, ands, and buts. Who is ahead of my life? The end crowd that I'm in is the Jesus crowd. You know, let me tell you, some of y'all may not like this because conservative people, we are conservative. If you're a Christian, you have certain views on this word. Yesterday I was listening to some, and I'm sure all y'all heard about the gay pride and all these marches and stuff. And I heard, but not believe me, I know what the word says, and we have to be, you know, the sin's got to go. But I heard one girl, and I knew her dad from Rachel. She was real conservative, and I used to listen to him all the time. And she said when she came out of the closet, her dad had disowned her and ain't said nothing to her face.
That ain't right.
That's Jesus.
That ain't right.
You don't have to like what they do.
That's right. But you gotta love.
But when I was out there in sun, Jesus didn't disown me. He loved me and said, you need to turn from these wicked ways. Come on now. And this America first, where's Christ? We going all the time going to mission work to other countries and we tell them we ain't studying you, we first. We gonna take care of us, but no, it's Christ first. It's Christ first. But what do I tell you guys all the time about prayer? Pray for somebody else before you pray for yourself. Because if you pray for somebody else, then everybody's being prayed for. If it's just about me, if I'm American, if it's just about America, if it's just about me, then I ain't staying out. Come on now, be real about this. If it's just about me, now I believe in buying America, but I believe in loving everybody else. You don't have to like what they do, but you still gotta love them. Just because somebody is a Jehovah's Witness don't mean they ain't gonna love them. Amen. I'm gonna do everything I can to change their ways, but I still am gonna love them. Because until they know I love them, they don't care what else I know. I could tell them one thing that would change their whole mindset about their religion, about that, and religion ain't saving nobody. I don't care what you call yourself. You can call yourself Baptist, Primitive Baptist, Strong Primitive Baptist, 80. I don't care what it is. It ain't gonna save you. It's Jesus Christ. That's what's gonna save you. Now, no matter where we go, we've got to represent Christ. No matter what's going on in our life, we've got to represent Christ. I've got to love my enemies. As my father-in-law, you said, you know, if a snake, if you got to love that snake, you feed that snake with a long pound spoon, but you still feed it. You still know that's a snake. You don't get in there, yeah, I go rattlesnake, that is pretty sweet, that's sweet little rattlesnake. No. You throw it through the balls and drop it through the lid. Come on now. We have to realize that God gave you this responsibility for a reason. And while I'm on the subject, we all have responsibility. Yes. Yes. Some people just, this is me. Excuse me, this was me. I just want to be right back there where Deacon James is. I don't want to come no further up to the front. I don't want to go no further to the back. I just want to be, don't bother me. I ain't going to bother y'all. I'm going to shout every now and then. I'm going to clap my hands every now and then. And I'm going to pay my money. I'm going to go home. Come back on Sunday. I ain't coming on Wednesday night, bro. I come on Sunday. You do the same thing all over again. That ain't what God wants from us. This life is not yours. It's been bought and paid for. The in crowd that you're trying to follow is the wrong one. The in crowd is that those that are in Christ. And if you're in Christ, you're in prayer. If you're in prayer, you're in love. If you're in love, whoo, come on now. You're in Jesus. As long as you got Jesus. Now, this day and this time, Christians, I ain't said church folk, I said Christians, are going to have problems. You're going to go through some things while you're down here. It may be physical, it may be job-wise, it may be a neighbor, it may be it may be your spouse, maybe your family. But you're going to go through some things. You need to know that Jesus has got your back. And the only way that can happen is that you know that you're doing what God told you to do. And the only way you know that is you communicate with Him. You're in crowd, in love, in Christ, in communication that you talk to Him. In prayer. When you pray, you do so knowing that, believing that Christ hears you. And He sits next to the Father. Interceding for you. He's there so that God will do what you ask. But you've got to do your part. You can't live this life 4 days a week and do what you want 3 days a week and think, I can just pray and God will take care of you. No, it doesn't work. Now, if you're in Christ, it doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you're striving for perfection. It means you're doing what you can do, what you should do. But sometimes, even as you do, you fall. Sometimes people do something to you, and before you know, Lord, have mercy. You have thought something, you have said something, you've done something. Lord, forgive me. I should not have said that to Brother Thomas back there.
Where you going, preacher?
I'm just being real. But if we get back, you know, and I can't be letting it be. I remember when I was young in this and I didn't understand. I was trying to do all I could, but when it comes to apologize, man, that pride thing is a terrible thing for a Christian. So pride won't let you come back and apologize and say you're sorry like you know you ought to. Brother Thomas, what was that, Pastor? I said, did you say something about it? I said I'm sorry, now leave me alone. I'm sorry for that too. Church, I don't want to be with you now. As a matter of fact, I'm just about to tell you. I want you to know there's a way that's in you. Like tonight. Jesus has paid the price for us. We should be in comfort. We should be in peace. We should be in righteousness. We should be in church. We should be in salvation. We should be in hope. We should be in peace. Now things are going to come up, but we cannot be in there all the time because we're still flesh, we're still blood down here. But when you're going through, remember why you're going through and who it profits to go through. When we go through, it profits us. We are stronger for it. If you pray and you believe, you got a cold and you believe God for the healing of that cold, when he heals you, the next time when you got an upset stone, you can believe that God going to heal that upset stone. When you're going through a heartbreak because your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband left you and you ain't got nothing else, all you got is Jesus. Let me tell you, you got enough if you got Jesus. Why are you finding there and I'm in despair because nobody loves me? Christ said he loves you and he never leave you. You looking at what the world can offer. Look what Christ has already done for you. You don't have to worry about being in the end Christ. You just have to worry about being in Christ. In Christ. In Christ. God, Jesus entered into Jerusalem so that we would be in him. We could be in him. Knowing that he was going to sacrifice himself for your sins and mine. When he hung on that cross, he did it for me. When he died, his head hung down, he did it for me. And when he rose with all power in his hand, he did it for me. Through the glory and honor. I can do nothing less than praise. Nothing less than worship.
Yes.
Because he's my God. He's my salvation. He's my truth. Sometimes I don't know whether I'm coming or going. But I can always pray. And when I can't pray, I can think about all the prayers that are laid up. And Mama said, all the prayers you already sent up them timbers. He knows my heart. He knows my heart.